Chapter 22, The 4 Steps of Effective Rebuttal. The debating workshop at Moorfield High that Saturday could have been a very useful and informative experience. However, it turned out to just be another step along the road towards my ultimate and most extraordinarily thorough humiliation. It was the day I first saw Kelly Faulkner. Not that she noticed me, of course. I was just one of 30 or so students and a handful of teachers that showed up for the workshop. But I noticed her, and unfortunately, Orazio Zorzotto also noticed me noticing her. Hey, Lucia, stick your tongue back in. You're starting to dribble. It was the lunch break. Orazio and I were waiting outside a classroom for Scobie, who was still inside, deep in conversation with one of the presenters from the morning session. What? Come on, you can't fool the Raz. You've been perving on that weird chick in the red t-shirt all day, he said, jerking his head towards a group of girls clustered under a tree. What? I wasn't perving on anyone, if you say so. And she's not weird, I shot back, perhaps a little too quickly. Ooh, sorry, I didn't mean to pay out on your girlfriend. Girlfriend? What are you talking about? Look, don't get me wrong, I don't blame you. She is kind of cute in a freaky sort of way. It's just, she's not my type, you know. I didn't really know, but I guess that Raz's type would be someone along the lines of Britney Spears or Paris Hilton. You know, the sex goddess next door type. You should go and chat her out. Oh, yes, that'll happen. What a terrific idea. Let's go wander over and say, excuse me, my name is Ishmael Lucia. Yes, I agree. It is an interesting name. Did you know it's also the name of a debilitating syndrome? Anyway, I thought you might be dying to leave all your friends and join a complete stranger in a conversation. Or on the other hand, you and your friends might prefer just to stare at me like I'm a slobbering three-headed zombie before dissolving into hysterical laughter, while at the same time pointing and using what Mr. Rango refers to as apt descriptive phrases like complete loser, absolute dork, and brain dead moron. Look, Raza, I don't even know what you're on about. I haven't been looking at anyone and I don't want to talk to anyone and I'm not interested in anyone, okay? Really? And how about telling me the 4 steps of effective rebuttal? What? The 4 steps of effective rebuttal. Go on, we just had a talk on them. What's that got to do with anything? Well, it's just that the speaker dude in there only mentioned those steps about a zillion times and put them up on the OHP. So unless you had your mind completely fried by some babe in a red t-shirt during the whole talk, then you'd have to remember them, wouldn't you? So come on, lover boy, I'm waiting. This is stupid. I don't have to do this. Can't do it, you mean? Look, I'll make it easy for you. Just give me a couple of the steps. They don't even have to be in order. How about 1 then? Oh my God, don't tell me you can't even remember 1. This is worse than I thought. Quick, help me pluck this arrow from my heart before it's too late. Suddenly, Raza had both hands on his chest and was wrenching at my shirt. Ah, curse you, Cupid! Rack off, I said, finally struggling free. I bet you can't even remember them yourself. Raza froze immediately, stood to attention, and then droned out the steps like a programmed robot. First, say what the opposition said. Second, say why they're wrong. Third, say what your team says. Fourth, say why you were right. So I wasn't listening. So what? I mumbled as I tucked my shirt back in. What does that prove? It proves to me, Ishmael, my man, that at the very time when you should have been burning into your memory fascinating information from the world of rebuttal, you were in fact, and here Orazio leant uncomfortably close to my ear and whispered as if he was sharing a delicious secret, logged on to the website of love. You're mad, I said, pushing him away. You realise that, don't you? You should be locked up. They shouldn't let people like you in the community, normal people, without strict supervision. Raza cleared his throat. thrust out his jaw, and spoke to an empty bench in front of him. Ladies and gentlemen, Chair, I give you the 4 steps of effective rebuttal. 1. My love-struck colleague Ishmael said that I was mad. 2. My randy associate is wrong because he has no medical training and therefore is incapable of making such an outlandish diagnosis. 3. I say my besotted teammate is just accusing me of being mad in order to cover up the fact that he has the terminal hots for a certain red t-shirt girl, but doesn't want to admit it. And 4, I am right, because if anyone is qualified to make such a diagnosis, it is I, because I am the Razman, and the Razman is the doctor of love. I looked at the beaming face before me. I wanted to kill him, slowly. I pretty much reckon that'd be game, set, and match to me, Ishmael, old pal. And just in time, here comes our fearless leader. Finally, some sanity. Scobie, I'm sorry to report that I no longer think Comrade Lescure here is fit to be a member of our party. He hasn't taken any notes from the morning session. And under intensive cross-examination, I've discovered, to my horror, that he doesn't even know the 4 steps of effective rebuttal. I'm sorry, but his mind is just not on the job. He's being a fool to himself and a burden to society. What on earth do you think has gotten into him, Scobemeister? Scobie looked at me, then turned to Razza. He squinted and twisted his mouth to one side. At last, Razio Zorzotto was about to be put in his place. Probably spending too much time staring at that girl in the red t-shirt. Scobie replied. Razza thrust both arms into the air and threw his head back. Woohoo! Yes, the Scobester slam dunks it in 1. You the man, Scobie baby, you the man. Razio Zorzotto danced around me, poking me in the ribs and messing up my hair. Looking back, I realized that I should have killed him then, while I had the chance. Once the jury had all the evidence, I probably would have gotten off with a few hours of community service.